Okay, we are live. So welcome to today's Q&A session. I'm Bridget Bartlett. I'm the CEO and founder of Vision Marketing and Design. Today is our weekly Q&A session. So if you are a member, you can click the link in the video to get logged into the Q&A. You can also do that in your resource area as well. So I do want to welcome everyone here today, and I hope that if I just disappear, it's probably because my power went out. We are having a massive storm right now. So if that happens, my sincere apologies, but at least you know why I disappeared if I do. I do want to share with you some cool things that HighLevel literally just released today. I knew that it was coming, but I'm super excited about it. And what it actually is, it's called premium triggers. And premium triggers are, aside from our normal workflow triggers, premium triggers are basically triggers that will create a cost. Okay, so it goes through the lead connector system. So if you're an agency owner, this is a great way to kind of streamline a lot of processes, especially if the clients are doing this themselves, because you don't have to say, go to Zapier or Pabbly, create your account, and then here's how you integrate everything. Instead, it's just all built into the workflow. So that includes webhooks. Okay, so ingoing and outgoing webhooks. That is huge. It also includes a Slack integration and Google Sheets. So I know that lots of us who love automation are super, super excited about that. So I do want to show you basically what all of that means. So let me dive in here to my system. And you can see inside the workflow, the trigger that we have is the inbound webhook. Okay, so this would be the webhook that you're putting somewhere else so that it will capture the information, and then you're going to tell the workflow what to do with that information. Now, as a step here, you'll see that there are 3 premium triggers. Okay, so this is Google Sheets, this is Slack, and then this is a custom webhook. So if you want it, maybe you have even a webhook or a trigger that you're bringing something in, and then you also want to trigger another webhook, that's what that would be used for. So it's basically replicating or replacing, rather, Pabbly or Zapier. I would say, though, with this caveat, that it will cost money. And so you really have to decide, if you're the agency owner setting all of this, highly recommend Pabbly because they have a lifetime plan, and you can actually create a free account at myvisionagency.com/Pabbly. But the lifetime plan is just a no-brainer, right? Because with this option, you're going to have the costs. Okay. Now, as the agency owner, though, super, super cool. So let me tell you how to turn this on. You want to go into your agency settings, and then you're going to see here the LC premium triggers, and you can toggle this on. Okay. And you can click here and it'll show you more information about all of this. Okay. And I think I just saw once premium actions. Okay. So this is available on the Pro plan, $497. So if you are a sub account in someone's agency that is not at the $497 level, you won't have this available. If you are an agency at the $497 level, you and all of your clients will have this available. Okay. And I know that that's because of the rebilling that takes place that the SaaS automatically configures for us. So we don't have to manually do that. Okay. And you can see once premium action triggers are enabled via the agency setting, existing and new sub accounts will have 100 free executions. Okay, so that is super cool. So that would be like in Zapier, a Zap. In Pabbly, it would be called, I think they call it triggers. So that's how all of that works. Okay, so here, once you toggle this on, you're going to go to your SaaS configurator. Okay. And then you're going to see this option here, and then you can toggle this on. Now you can see that each of the triggers cost the agency 1 cent, but you always have to mark that up, because remember, you have taxes, all of those things come into play with this. There's also some processes that maybe you will have to do. And so I think a standard rule is to triple everything. So if you are in my agency, inside of my dashboard, you have a sub account, it's 1 cent for me, and then it's 3 cents for you guys. Okay. And like I said, that's because I have costs as the agency. And if you are an agency owner, I highly recommend at least tripling the cost to make sure that you're not going into the hole. Okay. And it says right here, $10 will give you about 335 premium actions. So this doesn't include all of the other triggers we have. This is just for the premium triggers. Okay. So then this scenario here would give you a profit of 2 cents per trigger. Okay. So that is definitely super, super cool to know. My phone is going nuts because of the weather here. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully you're as excited about that as I am, because that is super cool. HighLevel is just blowing the market away with all of the things that they're adding and all of the other tools that we can now cancel. But still, I love Pabbly. I have a lifetime plan with Pabbly, and I will definitely use it because once you pay the lifetime subscription, you're not paying, like with the lead connector system, you're not paying every single action, or Zapier, you're paying every single month. You go to Pabbly, get lifetime, and then you have a certain amount of tasks. You don't have to worry about it. So how is everyone? Do you have any questions? How can I help? Not everyone at once. Gio, do you have questions? I know you're struggling with your DNS.
Yeah, I sent you the video. I did everything that I could on my end. I don't know. Oh, let's just wait the time it needs, and then I'll chase support.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm itching for getting it all set up and done.
Yeah. I tested it again this morning, and I was like, oh, something. And then you go to like, what's my DNS, and you can see that it's just all X'd out. So I'm not really sure, but I know so many registrars have like such a different process. Like even GoDaddy, they have a completely different process. I mean, it's kind of the same, but there's all these like little nuances that each registrar has that you just need to make sure that, you're dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's to make sure that it's, but we'll get it figured out.
I have a general question.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how everyone else is doing it, but if I have an account that they are onboarding multiple agencies that they have. Mm-hmm. So is it the best way to set it up was, what I was thinking was to get him an affiliate of Go HighLevel under me, like using my link, mm-hmm. and then give him my snapshot, and then do the SaaS reselling to his agents that way. That's what I was thinking, but then I'm like, I could make a lot more money if I just charge them for mine, like for access to mine. Mm-hmm.
So this is one of those questions that's like, how much work is it going to be involved for you? I have tried reselling sub accounts, and it's a whole other beast, because the one person needs to have access to all of those, and it kind of gets confusing, but again, it's totally up to you. But I think that, and this goes back to the question of, what if, I'm in a demo with someone with my white labeled HighLevel account, and they're like, well, isn't this just HighLevel? It's one of those, when you're talking to people, what is the best solution for them? And you really have to think about them over yourself, because you want them to stay. What happens if you get them all, on board and everything? And of course, I wouldn't think if it's a big hassle that they would want to leave. But what happens if they get all onboarded and then 2 months later, they're like, dude, I didn't realize we could just sign up for HighLevel ourselves, and now they're signing up maybe with someone else, and now you have this whole big thing. So I like to lead with what is the best solution for them. And I feel like the money always comes because they're going to need help getting things set up. They're going to, all of these things, and you already have the snapshot. So, and actually, if you just share the link to the snapshot, it has your affiliate info on there. So when they sign up using your snapshot link, you get credit for it. So it sounds like for them, it would be a better solution for them to have their own agency. And then maybe you could charge them to help them get everything set up, however you want to do that. But I understand for you, if you did decide that you wanted them to do that, I would create the accounts and then make them the admin of all of the accounts and then let them do whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna have to, and I mean, yeah, that's probably.
Doesn't it maybe depend on how proficient each of these agencies are? They may, have never done any of this before, but they don't want to be subservient to somebody else. So they're just going to be an agent, but now they're starting from ground zero. They don't know anything about making their own funnel or website or anything. And so you're going to be able to help them a lot and charge them. But, it depends. If you sell an agent, a complete agency to just somebody who has a plumber's or a hardware store or something, he doesn't have time to do all that, and you do. And so, I mean, with pay. And so, yeah, it depends on how you're going to handle each one of the customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming if they're signing up agencies that they have, but again, of course you should never assume really, but I definitely am under the assumption that they have some techie skills because they're signing up agencies and onboarding. But again, that's definitely something that you want to consider. I love the affiliate option because HighLevel gives them a free onboarding session. They get assigned a customer success person. They get 13 hours of Zoom support every day, some days more. And those are all things that you don't have to be involved in.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So
I love how you have the support also for us, right? So I was thinking about doing the same thing for my downline, so to speak.
Yeah. And if they're using, even if you sign up the agency and then they decide to use that affiliate link for their clients or agencies they're signing up, you still, because it's 2 levels, so you would still be earning on 2 levels. I don't know about their businesses or even if that's something that they want to do, but if they're onboarding agencies, it would seem to me like this would be a great opportunity to share your affiliate link and then have all of those additional agencies be level 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because I think it's like 5% on level 2, 40% on level 1. So yeah, something to think about. Anybody else have questions or anything? Ray, how's the friend request coming along? I'm going to bug you about that.
Oh, feel free to do that. That's good. I have moved. It doesn't look like it, but I've moved my whole office to another room, and I plugged in about 2 minutes before your 2 o'clock session. So I've been working to get that done, and now the rest of the weekend I've got a whole lot more privacy. I have great grandkids running in. I've got people running in my other office, but this office is a little more private and secluded. So I'm looking forward to that. I do have a small question. I'm still getting set up and working all that. And my goal, is to get the friend requests going in the ELM suite of things going on. But instead of doing that, I have a friend who said, "Oh, you're going to be able to make me a website." And I said, "Well, friendly, yeah, it's going to be a friendly, but I will charge it." And he said, "When can you get it done? I need it done right now." And I said, "I'm just going to have to put you off." He said, "Well, maybe I'll go somewhere else." I said, "Okay, it's not a bad situation or a bad relationship we have, but I'm not ready to do that yet. But I would like the business. I'd like to get the experience. And if I mess him up, he's, a little more accommodative than maybe a person I've never dealt with before. So should I drop everything I'm doing and just go all out for him?
What I would do, Ray, is reach out to one of these guys in the group, and I say guys, meaning everyone, and say, who's building websites right now? Because Ray has a client that needs a website built, and I'm sure that you guys can work together and find something. As when you guys first get started, I don't want to say be a yes man, but don't turn things away because they're great opportunities. If you feel incompetent with your skills or your time, which in reality, if you're an agency owner, you don't need to be bogged down creating websites. You need to be the person who's getting the customers. So this would be a great time to find a web designer with HighLevel. I mean, you could look on Fiverr, you could ask a geo, Maria builds websites. Who else in here? Yeah.
Ray, don't underestimate those snapshots and things that you already have.
Yeah.
Ray has that too, right? And yeah, Ray.
Mhm.
It might be just a few minutes of changing the name and giving them something that they really like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this first customer is asking for something very simple. Very simple. So
he's the perfect first customer. He's your friend, so he'll be forgiving if you're maybe late or you have to, whatever. But it's also a great experience. And if it pays for your monthly subscription of HighLevel, awesome. Yeah, don't turn it down, but also definitely don't get bogged down with it. Just if you feel like I just don't have the time, I'm completely overwhelmed. I mean, and definitely don't make a habit of doing it. As you're learning, you're going to learn so much about the process, because the first website is like, oh, it's so stressful because you have to and I definitely go back and watch that training I did on the website, like creating the process of selling a website, because there's you want to be clear about the job description. You want to be clear about this is the information that we need. And once we receive it all, then we're going to get started. And then you have like 3 different mock-ups where you like, okay, here's check the layout, check the colors, check all of this stuff. And then if you're happy with that, then we'll continue. So there's certain phases that you want to go through, and what you want to make sure that you eliminate, which is why a really good job scope ahead of time. What you want to eliminate is the constant back and forth. Like, you say submit all of the changes in one email. That's the most important part. Because here's what happens. They send you an email and then they're like, hey, can you change the logo? And then you go in and you change the logo. And then like 2 hours later, they're like, oh yeah, could you also add this? And so then now you have to get back into the account. So it's like all day you're spending on this one, and it shouldn't be like that. If they just send you. Yeah, right. So yeah, just say, here's the criteria. And actually I might even have a
Hey, Ray, can I ask what industry they're in?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I ask what industry they're in?
Oh, yeah. This guy is a computer builder. He orders the parts for you, and he negotiates all the stuff, and he builds and delivers your computer. Now, he's got a good business going. But he has no, I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas, and he has no brand recognizability or, anything. He's just kind of garage level, I'll build your computer for you. So he wants a little publicity. So
yeah, if I were you, I would go to sites, template, and then find something that aligns with that in the services department. Delete everything else except the first page, put his name, his logo, and then present it to him. Be like, hey, if you want it, now you got to pay for it. That's it.
You're so smart, Gio. Why didn't I think of that?
And don't forget, Ray, you can do a really nice logo on Canva.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. See, teamwork makes the dream work, Ray. Time to step outside the comfort zone, take some risks.
Well, I was a programmer when I was teaching. I taught computer science for 36 years, and I was a programmer, and I had to be. But it was my bosses. They'd say, here, you need to do this. And just exactly what you said a few minutes ago, without setting boundaries, they'd say, oh, this isn't what I wanted. I didn't tell you exactly right. Can you fix this? Can you, it's just on and on and on and on. So you have to write it down and say, this is what we're aiming for. And if you don't do that, you're going to get nickel and dime to death.
Yeah, and part of, and I'm digging through here as we're talking for this website expectations brochure I have in Canva so that you can use it. But yeah, part of that is being and saying like, here's what the expectations are. And if you exceed those, we can definitely make more changes. But if if we say we're going to do 3 mock-ups and then we do the 3 mock-ups and then you send me the changes and then we do them and then you send me another email and say, now you want these changes done, we're happy to do that. But it's going to charge, we're going to have to charge you extra because, and then it's clear in the expectations because see, this is what, our job scope is. And so anything outside, remember when you first signed up for the project, this is what we agreed on. So, yeah, it's so important. If you don't have that, go ahead.
I do discovery calls on Zoom and I let the prospect know that it's being recorded for the sake of my build out. So I do the discovery call. I ask them all the questions that Bridget is probably going to send you a form to fill out. I have it on the Zoom call. And then I start building a 1-pager. You don't have to build like 20 pages. Just build a 1-pager. And that's your presentation, your next call. Be like, hey, look, based on our last call, this is what I put together.
Yeah, let me show you this. And I'll share it with all you guys who are on the call.
Good advice.
If I may say, also there's a place called logo.com, and you can literally put in the business name, type of business, and it'll create multiple logos for that.
Thanks.
So here is the brochure. And like I said, this is an old one. I haven't actually done a website for a client in a really long time, but this is what I used. Okay, so we have the chart here, and it's 2 business days. We're going to confirm the order. Okay, so that's if you have an automated system, that's what I had. So 3 to 5 business days, we're going to schedule the initial consultation, right? And it says here, you'll receive an initial consultation call to gather information that is needed to complete the order. And it says here what's needed. So they need to know that that information is going to be captured during that call. So it's like preferred color scheme and logo, domain name preferences, recommendations, site samples, and so on. 15 business days, we're going to deliver the first mock-up. And it says here, let me blow this up a little bit. You can see here, special note, only 1 revision included. The client will be required to outline all requested changes in 1 email. So important. 15 to 25 business days, second mock-up. And it says all the things here. And then, of course, only 1 revision included. So then as you go through, you can describe, here's our website packages. So when you have this created and you go into that call, even if it's a demo or whatever it is, everything is laid out. It's so perfectly clear exactly what's included, because even if you don't put something like the images or whatever, they may throw at you 900 images and want you to put it all on 1 page. I mean, it's crazy the things that you don't even anticipate that come up. That's why I say do it, go for it. It's a great learning experience. But this will definitely help you. And then hosting. Hosting is something else that you want to talk about too. Where's the website going to be hosted? If you're hosting on HighLevel, you need to, and hosting is always a monthly reoccurring charge. You can just give him access to your HighLevel, to the account so that they can access their sub account and only have the site builder, or they cannot have access and then you can host it for them, but I would definitely charge. So you have all of these options here and I'll let you go through it yourself, but you can have the template, so then of course you can put your own brand and all of that stuff on there. So let me get that.
You can leave that live on one of your, like a domain, like a proposal domain that you could send them right to it.
Great
Yeah.
idea. Good.
you
Yeah.
know, just tell and make it a form to fill out, boom, and now you have all the information.
Yep. Yeah, let me
Is that going in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go. Yeah,
Thank you.
that took so long.
I said I just had one quick question.
No, I mean not the question. I mean that took so long to create that. It's
Oh,
like
I bet.
I feel like I just gave you like my little baby. Ray,
Yeah.
take care of my little baby. Took me so much pain to create.
Bridget, you want to see my little baby?
I would love it.
I'm working on a proposal dynamic page.
Yeah, I'd love it.
It might help some of the guys here too. So the proposal is for Alex, a client, right? So this would change dynamically with the link, right? I just changed the name.
Mhm.
All of this stuff is standard operating procedure, right? What we do normally. So they get to read all about the service, the strategy. This is dynamic, the keyword research, all the information that we do for them, the research that we do for them. And then we talk about the price right here, which is pretty standard rate. And then we talk about a little bit about what HighLevel can do. And then this is my partner, Luke. So we introduce ourselves and then like a few testimonials, and that's it. So dynamically, the only thing that has to change is the keyword, the lookup, and the name. So now it looks like a personal proposal with their own website,
Mhm.
like their own web page.
Yeah, I love it.
That's
So-
what I'm working on.
So how do you get them, like, what is the call to action? So at what point, I guess I'm asking, do they receive that?
So this is after the second discovery call, when they want to move forward with, we already discussed the keywords that we're going to do for Google Ads.
Mhm.
Then we compile it, we send it to them in this format. So now it looks like they have their own web page up, like it looks really nice. It's, directed to them. And now at 2:30, I have the call that closes the budget, the ad spend. So that way they see all of this, we go over it together, and now they tell us how much they want to spend, on what keyword that they want to go crazy with.
I love it. That's awesome. So what is the process when you have the meeting and they say, okay, we're ready to go? So what's the payment process that you're using?
We just do the payment processing with like either Zelle. I just send them an invoice.
Mhm.
We have that on another CRM. Because payment processing on Go HighLevel, I don't know well yet. Like I don't know how to incorporate that yet.
Do you have standard pricing, or do you have just it's
Yeah, it's
flexible?
based on ad spend budgets.
Mm.
So if they're like, we want to just test you out for like $100 a week, or so we have ad spend plus a service fee for running the budget.
You could create an invoice. I mean, if you wanted to do it through HighLevel, you could do that through an invoice, just create but yeah, with variable pricing, I can see you could also do like a text to pay and create, but yeah, if you're mixing, I'm trying to work through the process. If you're mixing like recurring with a setup, you could do a payment, like create a product that includes that. But you would have to create a product for each price. So you may want to do like packages. And that's what a lot of agencies do. Like, here's our like beginner, intermediate, baller package, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then that will make it a lot easier for you. And then you may even be able to eliminate that third meeting by having those packages at the bottom. Like, here's all of your info. Now, which package do you want to get started with? because they'll probably choose the middle one. So I would choose the middle as being your best, most preferred package for them. But then giving them those 3 options to choose from, that's something a lot of clients like to do. And we as consumers, you know that when we sign up for software and stuff, we're like, I want 3 options. I'm probably going to choose the middle.
Well, I'm going to go find out right now. I have a 2:30. I have to head over to. But nice being with you guys. Ray, if you need help, give me a call.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Good luck.
You guys.
So exciting. I love to hear it. So Ray's got his first website. Maria, how are you doing? Are you becoming the top influencer for those groups we discussed?
I'm working on it. I'm going through, but you know what? Even in that one group we discussed, when you go in there and you just click randomly, you're going to get some real odd people. So what I'm doing is just checking them out first before I even ask them to be my friend. Because I'm being more thorough. And then from those people, I'm looking at them and I'm seeing that they're in this group and that group, and that's giving me another way to find people.
Yes, good. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Yeah, because if they're in that group, they're probably in other groups for sure. So that's good.
Definitely. I'm doing that. I'm working on it, and I'm going to become the expert in the L Messenger Pro, because that's what I have to do. And actually tomorrow at 6 o'clock, Cloud Key is having an event where I believe it's Andrew's going to go through how to actually find, use L Messenger Pro to find people. They're going to do a demo right on the screen at 6 o'clock. Sorry, I had to go off camera.
They do that every other Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
And they also do open office hours 2 times a day. So this is why I love them so much. It's like they are in their own business, kind of like I try to be, where you're just the open office hours and you're just so much support. And that's really, it's not like we're the only 2 people doing or businesses doing that this is what people require. If you're a software company, you need to teach people how to use the software. And if you're an affiliate or a reseller, same thing. You need to teach people to use the software because you want them to learn it, see that they can do it, see how they can use it, and then be successful using it, because that's what's going to make them stay. So I think that's a great strategy for you. And like you said, you have to learn it anyway. So why not share all the things that you're learning?
Yeah, I'm working on that. And I wanted to tell Ray that I was taking another program I'm involved with. They were showing us this one place where you can go and see all these wonderful websites already designed and just to get ideas. It's called Influex. Can I put it in the chat? So you can just look at the websites. There have been designed by professionals. Just get color idea and just, and there are a lot of them there. So I like to go there sometimes and look at them. And then some of them you're overcomplicating. I'm not a real website designer, Bridget, but we overcomplicate it. And then when you look at some of these, and those are costing in the thousands to get built by this company. And some of them look like, really? Okay. They're plain or simple. They're not overcomplicated. But yet they're effective if these people are paying that kind of money for them.
It's very nice, Maria.
Oh, you checking out the website?
Yeah, it's nice.
Let's just look at it together.
I like the color. I like everything.
Let's see. I've actually never seen this, but Influex. Is it portfolio?
Yeah, I think so. I forget which one. I always click around. In my brain, I'm still in not in the modern of the computer age. I'm still back trying to remember stuff. I have to go to something and play with it. Yeah.
When I was having meetings with clients about their website, in the very beginning, one of the best things you can do is hear what they need and then have them choose 3 examples that they like. That way, you have a place to start. And then also you have the template option, but it's so much easier to recreate a website than it is to just think of it all on your own. So I would definitely not encourage you to do that. Even the best web designers use something as an example. I mean, you don't want to like duplicate it exactly, of course, but just the ideas that you can get from even going to like Monster Template or something like that and just looking at templates that other people are creating gives you a lot of really good ideas. But Gio was right about all of those templates available in those sites, right? So many. I'm sure that there's something you can find to just easily edit.
Bridget, did you will I put you on challenge to redo again my webhook, but without to use the new tools of HighLevel, not with Pabbly.
Oh, like the
My
like
social media planner, to redo all the thing, but without using Pabbly. It would be possible with the new system,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I will definitely be doing some training on that. I just have to learn it first. I gotta, anytime that I do training for you guys, it's, and a lot of times it's so funny because a lot of times before I started creating YouTube videos, I thought, oh, that's so easy. They're only doing like 10-minute videos. I mean, that has to be like really easy and fast, and that would be awesome to do. But you don't realize like, I want to create a training like that. So now what happens is I need to think of a way that I would use it, because I don't just do a training without having an example. And then I have to build it all out. And then I have to test it a few times to make sure that I'm teaching you the right thing. And then I can do the training. So I will definitely be playing around with it, but I just want to make sure that I have a good process. So when I teach you, you're not like, wait, she went over here and then she went over here, and then now I'm completely confused.
Oh, I know you work so much, and I'm very grateful for that. But I put you on challenge for that because I don't want to pay extra for people if it's possible to do with HighLevel, because I love HighLevel, but in Canadian money, it's very expensive for me to have the SaaS mode in this moment, and it's good to not add more expense,
Oh, so you the webhooks, that the premium option is only available for SaaS.
Yes, I am in SaaS mode in this
Oh, okay.
moment. It's like $700 in Canadian every month, and I have only 5 customers and pay for payable and more. It start to be like the price of my rent for use HighLevel, and if I can cut the expense and with Payable and just use HighLevel for do that, I would be very happy.
Though there is still an expense, but of course it only depends on like how much you use it, right? So if HighLevel charges 1 cent per action, but if you're only doing like maybe 10 actions a month, that's really great. That is definitely a great deal. But if you're, like I'm using thousands of actions a month, so for me, it's definitely better to go with Pabbly. But I'm like you, Zucchini. I just love having all the options, and then that way we can each, with our own individual purposes, we can figure out what that works best for us. Definitely a challenge accepted. I will be, I will be doing some training on that for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. How are you, McCall?
Doing okay. Thanks, Bridget. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I was on YouTube for a little bit watching, and just thought I had to jump in here, trying to stick with it.
I gotta be a part of that team.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is a place to be.
How are you, Frederick? Oh, you're muted.
I am doing well. I was like Michael. Is that how you pronounce your name?
McCall.
McCall. I was like McCall. I was watching on Facebook, And I said, my schedule is so crazy that I have you scheduled on my calendar and I'm always missing it. But what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to get with you for an hour. I'm going to get one of your, because I'm all over the place. I'm actually in a master class with Billy Jean. So, and I know you're familiar with him. But there's just something that I am missing that I just need clarity, because with my agency, I do ministry, I do real estate, and I do marketing. So there's 3 different things that I'm doing with agency, but I want to, but there is one question I want to ask, because my agency is about to renew. What is the difference between the 497 agency, or is there a 297 agency? What's the difference between those two?
So the major difference is the API that allows you to automatically create accounts. So at the 297 level, you have unlimited sub accounts, which means you can, the same like sub account that you have all your suite of tools, you can give unlimited accounts to clients and resell and whatever. At the 497 level, you have all of that, but you also have like the Eliza booking bot and some other things. But the 2 big differences are the API for the automated account creation, and also the other big difference is the SaaS configurator. So the SaaS configurator allows you to automate a lot of the rebilling, like for emails and texts, and now the premium triggers and things like that.
Okay, so are you ready for me? Because I need help. I need help.
First.
I have so much going on, one with things for churches, then another for real estate, and then just the basic marketing. So get your mind ready. I'm going to probably be either Wednesday or Thursday.
All righty. Well, you could book at bridgetbartlett.com.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Or you might get lucky, Frederick, at the wheel. You don't know about the wheel. You might get lucky at it. I think that's the only reason McCall jumped on to beat.
Oh, is that why you did that?
I know about
Y'all
McCall.
ain't spin the wheel yet, did y'all?
Hang on.
Being
now.
sneaky. McCall was like, "Oh, I forgot about. Let me jump on."
Hey, McCall, I think somebody calling you,
Yeah.
man. You gotta they calling. You gotta go. You gotta.
Oh, you hear that too? All right, okay.
Terry, we did it 5 minutes ago.
What?
Must be present to win. Must be present to win.
Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that.
Miss Bridget.
I'm glad that you reminded me about that wheel. Terry, it's so funny. When I saw you hop in, you looked like you were just, if you had hair, you'd be pulling it out.
Oh, man.
One of those weeks.
Bridget, can I share real quick something?
Yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah, I'm just entering everyone's name for the week.
Okay.
So.
So look, Bridget.
Uh-huh.
My schedule.
Okay, hang on just a second. Okay.
That's my schedule. It's been insane.
All right. That's what I like to see.
So my green is open, my orange is strategies, my red is closes. And literally, right? That was that week. That's this week. And already next week. Oh, Jesus, dang, they didn't book them. So I don't even know. And I'm getting going. So now it's like what the challenge I'm running into, I needed one of my calendars to allow just that calendar to book on top, because I put like 2 slots for that calendar and the rest I put 1 slot. But it's allowing the other calendars to do 2 slots as well. So now I'm getting double. Well, I guess I'm not. So this is the one to reference these are like reference checks calls, so I can have somebody else do that one. So I didn't want to block that time because I got it already. If I see it, so when I see a split like this, that means it's available for another time.
So are all of the colors different calendars?
Yes.
Okay, go to your actual calendar settings and let me see.
Okay.
It was like I was telling you, it's so hard for me to give you like a really good answer with, because every workflow is, especially when they're like big and complex with a lot of
Do you need to
parts.
see it from my settings on the website or inside?
Go to your actual calendar settings right there.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
And I need this real bad because I'm growing it real fast, and I'm putting on some more leaders, so I need to have them where I'm gonna make them a user, or do I need to, so that people could book with them on the reference checks, and I'm just doing presentation. I'm just doing the closes, and I have my leaders booking my schedule. So instead of me having different colors, only thing I'm gonna have on my calendar is green.
So each person that you want to be associated with the calendar needs to be a user, and so you need to assign them. If you click on the little 3 dots there for one of your calendars, go ahead and edit. Then you'll see like where it says team, you want to add all of those users to that calendar. And when you choose like the round robin, this is what I was thinking, of course. So you tell me if this would conflict with what you're trying to do, but you have the one calendar and then you have all of those users. And then if you put it like where it's optimized for availability, that's going to determine what each user's availability is, or optimized for equal distribution, which means it's like, the first appointment is going to going to you. The second appointment is going to go to Linda Lou. The next appointment is going to go to Billy Bob. The next appointment is going to go to...
So I want to optimize for availability. So if I'm already taken, right? So they'll know, don't book Terry for it. So will it give them so from the user perspective, will it give them a choice to who to choose? Because I never did this part for them. It's just been me.
No, it won't give them a choice to who to choose. It'll automatically assign. However, if they book again, they're going to still be assigned to that same person. So then the second booking would go to that same person they booked with the first time.
I don't want that. I need it. Okay, so
go to confirm, because there's a way that you can turn that off. Go to confirm, and where it says assign, see at the bottom where it says assign contacts to their respective calendar team members each time the appointment is booked. So as long as that's not checked, that won't do that.
Where you? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll give whoever is available.
Yeah, but they'll have to be a user on that calendar.
Yeah, I can make them users. So I'm looking at right now. I'm working that. I'm thinking it through because I was like, I got to fix this quick because I don't have time. Well, I have time because I'm okay with it, but I got leaders I'm bringing in, and I need to delegate is what the correct word, to delegate, so they could take care of the beginning stages of setting up that homeowner. And that's what I'm looking at. So I'm only going dealing with homeowner presentation instead of introduction, getting a new person started and all that stuff. I can have them do that and use me more. I could be more effective with my time.
Yeah, so I would remove yourself from those other calendars and then put those specific users to each of those calendars, and then round robin them, based on their availability or according to the distribution.
So, okay, so then I create my own separate calendar that they will go to book those particular appointments for me. Is that what I'm hearing?
So let me think. So if
instead of me being in that, but then
what's the best result you're looking for with this? Are you wanting to only do a certain job, or are you wanting to be the first contact, and then if you're not available, then it goes to other people?
So what I want is to be able to see everybody, and I'm where they will have that where my leaders will do all the okay. So let me show you that. I guess then I can explain it better. So go to the team here. Can you see that?
Uh-huh.
So the way I have this set up, wrong, right here. So when a new person come in, we do a business strategy. So I'm gonna have I was doing the business strategy. So now I have my leaders do that, which now they do the reference checks. So they make the calls to set this appointment. I just want to be able to look in here and be booked. So these two parts here is handled by my leaders, and I handle these two parts, these two calendars.
Okay. So then those other two calendars you're not involved in, remove yourself as a user, let them be the users of that. And then those other two calendars that you are involved in, then you could round robin those.
Which I will still see these appointments over here though.
Yeah, because as long as it's in your sub account, you can see everything because you're admin.
Yeah. So I make these two the users, and then all the appointments, as I get more people doing appointment settings, I'll bring them over here with me.
Yeah.
All right. All right. You just solved $1 million issue, because I was like, how much do I need to create? Because that was the issue. So now it is on and popping. Thank you. I am whoop whoop, because
Wait a minute. Now it's on and popping. What was all of that?
Because I'm getting phenomenal growth, right? And
absolutely, none of us were feeling sorry for you just now. We were like, oh my goodness, I wish I had that problem.
And now I was trying to say, okay, because everything is organized and people are, you can see my next week is already booking up now. They're booking it and following out. So now I can have my leaders do that first part. So when I look at my calendar, it's all green. It's all green. I won't see nothing but green. And then now as they produce over, they switch over, and then they'll see all green, and we keep this flowing. Yes. Thank you, Miss Bridget. I was trying to think this through, and I figured, yes, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to send that invoice in the mail for you.
Terry, can I ask you a question, Terry?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have a hard time finding people for anything. You know, I can barely find my dog, but tell me, how do you find the people? For whatever you do, it doesn't really matter. Just how do you tap into any market? You know, how do you finding people with using Facebook? Are you buying ads? How do you find your people?
The session we had last Friday with Kevin. Andrew. Well, I say Kevin. Andrew. Golden. You know me, Bridget. I'm like, yeah. So that strategy worked, but in the case with me, I already have. I've been doing this a while, so I have a network. But in the space where I'm doing with the solar, it's all new, right? So I'm like starting from zero, and I just made a list where I had, and then just letting people know what I do. And now it's starting to, 2 people take me to 4 more people, and then it's just starting to flow now. And the way my business model is set up, there's no cost to it. So, Bridget, when you got free 99 and a person can take advantage of what I have, and the system that I'm setting up now, I already got 2 more people about to get payday 97 for the system, because I'm like, everything I got here with, and now I know my automations. I'm like, oh, Bridget stuff where I know because I used to look at Bridget, I'm like, I ain't gonna never that. Just like she just moves, so I'm like, but now I find myself, I'll be moving it. I'm gonna create this auto. I need that auto. So now I'm like, it ain't nothing I can't automate. So I'm gonna put this. So I got my videos going automate. I got my business strategy automated, where before I was doing all the talking. So now they get a video. I'm still doing all the talking, but from the video, which I told my team, you leveraging me. So now when they get with them, they got very little to do, and I'm still get the culture of what I want because they're watching my video, like a YouTube channel. And I owe it all to Miss Bridget, because I'm gonna be honest, I was scared. I was like, man, that first, I'm like, then I just, you know what, Terry, just jump in like you jump everything up. I was trying to get everything perfect, and I'm gonna watch this training again and why. And then Bridget was like, you just gotta go do it. I'm like, I know you just gotta do it. I understand, but I gotta know more, and I gotta know more. And I didn't take no action. And then I was like, you know what? Do this like you do everything else. Jump in, mess it all up, and you'll figure it out. And worst scenario is now you have good questions to ask because you didn't jump in and then you connect the dots. So each time I'm connecting a dot, and now the dots get easier. And since with Bridget, and here's the best part, I can say, if anybody who's watching this, you definitely want to be part of our community. I'll do that shout out real quick, because I go in the video, your sessions now, and I'll be like, you know, I'll be like, Bridget got a video on that. Oh, perfect. Let me watch. Oh, that's it. And then I just go. Then me doing that, when I get to sessions like this, I have specific questions that's going to take me to that next level. Mm-hmm. I hope that helped, because once people see what you're doing and you just put yourself out there, throw a video, hey guys, anybody need help with this? Since such and such and such and such, I'm willing to help somebody free. Just what Bridget said. I use that too, Bridget. I want to tell you, I took that list. I was like, hey, I'm helping business owners do such and such free. I'm gonna help the next 5 people who inbox me. And here's the other part, because you'd be like, okay, what I'm gonna do, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something simple that I know, and I'm gonna offer that. Hey, do you miss calls? I can show you how you'll never miss a call with my easy system, and I'm giving that away free right now. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, that's just the text system that when they call, hey, sorry I missed you, that's an easy setup. Then you just add something else, as you just put something you know, and just put a video out there. Hey, I'm doing something else free, or a post. I'm helping the next 10 business owners on you'll never miss a call, which create money flow for you. Yeah, and then you just do that. I'm like, I'm looking at where I'm at. When I came back to Bridget, because I then went off in space and came back here, thank God I stayed the course, and because things come in, and it's so easy to do what you're comfortable. And this was very uncomfortable because it was a new journey in my life of learning. But I kept saying, I need this, and this is going to help take me to a whole nother level, Terry. So you got to take the time and you got to jump. Mm-hmm. You know, and the more I kept jumping, it started getting easy. I'm like, Bridget, because even in Noisy, is it Noisy, right? We partnered. I be Bridget, she like, oh yeah. And I'd be like texting back. I'm like, all right, I got it. And sometimes I'm like, that didn't work. And then she'll be like, just test it, Terry. I'm like, oh yeah, test. I forget about that part, right? And doing that builds my confidence. And now I'm excited about the journey I'm on, because it was like which path I want to go and find a niche. And I then found the niche, and now I'm gonna expand drastically on it and use one simple little thing. And just like what Andrew shared about, and I made notes, he said, I didn't join some of these groups, some of these solar groups. And I'm listening and say, hey, I got a tool that can help, right? I can get this for you, help is free. Hold on, how you can automate that, right? And so now I'm like, this stuff works. So,
Terry, can you share your website? I'd like to see it.
Oh yeah, and I built all this on the website. The team.1, or I could put it in the team.1 //team site. That's the okay, Bridget. Now I got a question. Mm-hmm. How do I get my domain? Because without I have to put the slash in there because if I put just the team.1, it don't come up. I have to put the back end path part on it, and it won't allow it just to be the domain. Is it?
Go to your domain settings and change it to your website. Change that to the domain in the domain settings, and then also do the www version. But do the www version first, and then the other one.
So I go into my domains?
Yes, the domain settings.
hold on, because I'm like, I got to give people the domain name, and I always got to put team site on the back of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like that, but right now I ain't got time to figure that out. So let me just keep it moving. And when I get on with Bridget, I'll learn that later. So I'm here.
So go to that website there, whichever domain. Yeah,
This one right here. Okay.
Yeah, do the www first, and go to the pencil over there on the right.
Let me go over here because it's blocking. So I want, this is it's the one without the www.
Yeah, do the one with the www first.
Copy.
And then go ahead and select from the drop-down menu that website that you want to add the domain to be the home page of the domain.
Copy. Okay, hold on. Not the presentation. Dang, Terry, which one was it? Because I created, the main. Here we go. The main. There we go.
And then go ahead and save that, and then go to the other one now, and then do the same thing.
Is there any reason why we do the www first?
Because you don't want your whole website, like every page on the website, to be like, let's say it's team.com/sign up. Okay,
right.
Say that's the page in the website. You don't want to have to type in www.team.com/sign up.
Right.
You really just want it to be the actual, the
domain.
main.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So whatever you do second is what's going to be for all the pages.
Oh, see, well, I would have messed that up. You got video? Because I was looking for some videos on that, because I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna bug Bridget. I'm gonna go on these videos.
Bridget, can you repeat that? Because I think I do that, and when I receive my report from my website, they say I have like two website, two domain name on my first page, and it's bad for Caranolic link. Did I need to my www not to put in my website, and just on my first page?
So you have some options. If it's conflicting with something to have that set up, yeah, Terry, go ahead and choose that the main page there. Yeah.
Sorry, Terry.
It's okay.
Not to cut you. So now all the links gonna not work now, right?
It should now, unless you have everything with the www dot whatever the pages are.
So like this here, it'll work without the team site on here up here. Can you see that?
Test it, Terry. Test it.
Why did I not know you was gonna say that, right?
We're all like, is it gonna work?
Boom.
Oh, you don't understand how long I've been waiting to do that right there.
Now go back in all your pages though, and make sure that all of your pages are with the root domain and not the www. And if you do have any www and you're like, I don't want to have to change it all back, go create. Here's a little hack. Change the page a little bit. Go to your redirect, the URL redirect option.
Correct.
Put that link in there with the www, and then forward it to the one without the www. It's extra work, but it's also a thing that will save you if you just did that and you have links everywhere that have the www in them.
Okay, so now like I got this one here, right? So let me just try something here. So that's my 3-minute intro. So that's where I can do my intro. So that still works.
Yeah, it should not affect anything unless you are like, maybe you have in a YouTube thread, something like www.team.com/sign-up.
Copy.
If you have that where it has the / in a page and you just change that, then what you're going to need to do, because it changes all the pages now to not start with www. right? So that redirect, what we're really just doing is that main root domain that we're adding the www to. That way, when they are going to the main page, but we don't really want that for the additional pages. That's why we do the www first, then we do the root domain second, and then that overrides all the other pages.
So whenever I want to do this again, I got to do the www first, and just what we just did, just duplicate that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
For any, because I got my YouTube channel I'm about to create, the official solar guy .tv. I'm getting that ready, so I got to do it the same way so it can.
Yeah. Every single time I add a new domain to HighLevel, I add the A record for the root domain, I add the CNAME record for the www, and then I connect the www and then connect the root domain. And then
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm
You're so welcome. And Terry, so super proud of you. And I've been telling you this whole time, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Just keep pushing through. Just keep learning. You're doing the right thing. And now you're a master of automations.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Did I understand well? And I need to take every page of my website and redirect the www. I need to redirect on my root domain.
If you have pages that are connected to the www dot whatever you can keep it that way if you want to. It's not essentially going to mess anything up, but if you do want to use your main root domain and you have a website that you've been sharing links everywhere and you're like, but if I change it, it's going to be broken. Then what you need to do is go and create redirects for the www dot to those pages.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so I have, tell me if I'm forgetting anyone, Maria, Ricky, Terry, McCall, Frederick, Sakina, Janai, and Philip. Anybody I'm missing?
Yeah, you got Terry Jr. in there too. Just Terry, me, and Terry Jr. 2 times.
Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen here so we can spin the wheel. And just for you guys who don't know, every time you join us for our weekly Q&A session, we spin the wheel and you have the opportunity to receive 2 reseller licenses or a 30-minute free private consultation. So we'll go ahead and spin here.
Hey, how did Janai slide in here?
Oh, did she disappear? Oh, she's still here.
Still up. All right.
All right. All right.
That was close.
It was close.
That one hurt. That hurts.
All right, Ray. So do you want the 30-minute consultation or 2 reseller licenses?
Consultation, please.
All right, I'll send you an email when I'm done.
Ray about to be like Maria.
No, last week, Maria and I were that close, but she.
I know, but I'm old now. That was me last year. This is
No, Maria
This
won't be
is
modest.
Ray's year.
Maria, I know. Hey, you want to raffle some of those off, Maria? Because I know you over there with a good 10.
I've got them in the safe. In the safe.
I hear you. I hear you.
Do you
I
guys
appreciate you all too. Definitely.
Well, I appreciate you personally, Terry, because I love to see your action that you've consistently taken, and that's why you have results. You're a perfect example of that. You didn't know how to do any of this stuff when you first started, and you just pushed through and you learned by necessity. You didn't become a master of all tools and everything marketing. You just have a task and you learn what you need to learn to keep moving forward. That's exactly what you should do. So I'm super, super proud of you.
That's inspiring. If I could say that's inspiring. I appreciate that too, Terry. Because
oh, absolutely, man. Hey, if I could do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I know but yeah.
It's inspiring for me too, because it's like, okay, people really are learning the things that I'm teaching. So I love it. I love to see that it's working for you. I love to see that you're taking action. That's super, super awesome. Do you guys have anything else that I can help you with before I let you go for the weekend?
I have a good one. I'm out of here. I got to go.
All right. Have a good one.
Just let you know, I was waiting for the spin before I pushed the button to send. So I guess I pushed the button, so I got the appointment. You
Okay.
guys have a great weekend.
All right.
Thank you.
You too. Hey,
Bye, everyone.
definitely go make your vision a reality. And I will see you all on Monday. Same time, same place. Have a great weekend.